It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, the 25th of June. I'm Michael Groff. Pretty typical weather ahead for this weekend, hot and dry conditions, but a major change in the weather pattern coming in here next week. Increasing clouds, humidity, and chances of showers and thunderstorms picking up each day, potentially becoming widespread by the middle part of next week, with some spots receiving perhaps some significant rainfall, and temperatures will be headed down as well. Still a lot of questions about all of this in terms of how much rain any one spot will get and the extent of the moisture. We'll try to answer all of those questions in just a moment. But first, it's Friday, so that means it's Photo Friday here, where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. And first up, this one is from Josh near the ASU campus, taken from just the other day. And we're going to have lots of interesting shots of clouds and showers and storms around as we go forward here. We have a few shots from Clayton, a couple of rather routine pictures here. And then, we start to get into those storm pictures as well. And then this one from David Parnell from Wednesday, where we had the showers and storms around, some ominous clouds there. And this is a good picture right here, even though you can't see a whole lot. And that's because there's all the raindrops all over the glass. We love seeing that. And hopefully we're going to see a lot more in coming days. Here's another picture of some ominous clouds, courtesy of David Nielsen. And then this one was taken Wednesday afternoon, post-storm activity near 40th Street in Thomas, courtesy of Chris Martin. That's not too far away from Studio A, by the way. Then my one and only Michelle has a video of the rain coming down out in the West Valley in Avondale, where we had some rain going on for several hours, actually. And that was just glorious. Temperature dropped to the mid-70s out here. And last, but certainly not least, Ryan Seek has a bunch of pictures from out in the desert, the clouds, the storms, and we got accustomed to seeing some of his fantastic lightning photos last summer. Can't wait to see more, and to think this might just be a sneak preview of what's to come. So thanks to everyone for sending in your photos and videos for Photo Friday, as always. And if you want to get in on it, you can do so. groffshow@gmail.com is my email address. It is groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, let's check out the almanac from yesterday. 104 degrees, the afternoon high. 77 was the morning low, the normal high 106, the normal low 81. And as we take a look outside right now here at 10:45 a.m., we've got a few clouds out there right now, sitting at 95 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point at 54, relative humidity 25%. The winds are light and the barometer is steady. The upper air look right now shows high pressure building in across the Pacific Northwest and Southwest Canada, and that will become the dominant weather feature for most of the western states for probably the next week to 10 days. The watch warning map, yes, excessive heat warnings now in effect for much of the Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and down through the Great Basin, excessive heat watches into Southern California. We have an air quality alert here in Maricopa County. Elsewhere, some flood advisories, flash flood watches extend from parts of Kansas and Missouri eastward into Illinois. The convective outlook for today, a slight risk of severe storms from the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles north and eastward across Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, and Illinois. And the tropics in the East Pacific, our fifth named storm of the season is on the board now. That is Tropical Storm Enrique off the Mexican coast. Top winds now at 45 miles per hour. It turned more toward the northwest, moving up toward the southern tip of Baja is expected over the next several days. This should strengthen into at least a minimal hurricane for a brief period of time before it starts to weaken once again. And of course, we always keep a close eye on these systems in the East Pacific to see if they may impact us in any meaningful way. And here's a look at precipitation. This is valid through next Friday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts in Phoenix around 1/10 of an inch, somewhat heavier totals to the east of us. I have a feeling this map will probably start to see some more color over the next several days. Rain totals likely to be increased, although there is still some uncertainty as to just how much moisture will make its way in here next week. We'll talk about it, though, in more detail as we get into modeling. Here we go. This is the GFS. It's the 12Z run. This is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Big upper ridge building across southwest Canada, the Pacific Northwest, the Northeast Pacific. And here across the southwest, a trailing edge of a trough is hanging around. So that's going to stifle our heat up just a little bit for today. Down at the surface, a few clouds, otherwise mostly sunny. High temperatures still in the 103 to 107 range. That's about where we ought to be for this time of year. Tonight, we are mostly clear. Overnight lows, mid-70s to low 80s. Tomorrow, sunny, just a little bit warmer. Highs 104 to 108. On Sunday, high temperatures 105 to 109. The hottest desert spots could certainly get to 110. But with that ridge continuing to build over the Pacific Northwest, the flow aloft is starting to turn out of the east. We'll see some moisture increasing over the eastern and southeastern portion of our state for at least widely scattered showers and thunderstorms there. But here in Phoenix, we are still expected to stay dry. But Monday is where things start to change. The moisture is going to be filtering in here. Clouds on the increase. We'll call it partly cloudy. At least a slight chance we could see a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon here. And high temperatures will trend down a couple of degrees. Better chances of storms will still remain over the higher terrain. On Tuesday, evidence of an inverted trough or upper low beginning to shift into the region from the east, and more moisture coming in as well. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, most numerous in the afternoon and evening hours over the mountains, but certainly some of those will be here across the desert as well. We'll increase that rain chance to 30% for now. And there is some evidence that the rain coverage could be even more than this, but still some degree of uncertainty as to how this plays out. On Wednesday, some model guidance says this is the wettest day of the period with numerous showers and thunderstorms across central and eastern Arizona, most active in the afternoon and evening hours, but they could occur anywhere at any time. And there are still some question marks here in terms of how much moisture will be available, and with relatively light winds aloft, storms will not be probably quite as widespread, but since they'll be slower moving, they'll be capable of producing heavy rain in localized areas, and that could lead to some flood or flash flooding. So we'll watch for that potential increasing for the middle part of next week as well. And temperatures will continue to trend down. Highs probably only in the upper 90s to around 102 with partly to mostly cloudy sky, and that continues on Thursday. Scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms. If Wednesday turns out to be more active, Thursday would probably see somewhat less convection, at least over the lower deserts. Then, as we go out to a week from today, this is Friday, the 2nd of July, still have ridging centered across Idaho and western Montana, easterly flow here. So, scattered to perhaps numerous afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms would continue. So, our moderate to perhaps high-grade monsoon pattern still in effect. Then, as we look out 10 days, this is Sunday, the 4th of July. Still have long wave ridging out across the eastern Pacific and western continental United States, but the exact positioning of that ridge still somewhat in doubt. And if we were to take this run of the GFS at face value, that actually looks to be a little bit drier for us with more of a north or northwesterly flow developing. But we've seen a lot of different looks here, and we'll just have to wait and see on that. But the one message that remains clear off of the models is that a period of unsettled conditions with below average temperatures and above average chances of precipitation looks likely in here for next week. All right, speaking of, let's take a look at rainfall for Phoenix over the next couple of weeks coming off of the GFS ensemble. 31 members here. All of them are showing at least some measurable rain for Phoenix. The ensemble mean up there around a half an inch. We'd love to see that. Good start to the monsoon season if that verifies. And temperatures off the European ensemble, it's got us trending up to around 110 on Sunday and then cooling off to around the century mark. And maybe 1 or 2 days, actually, we don't make 100 degrees next week, depending on clouds and rain. That remains to be seen, though. And that'll just about do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here on Monday morning. Of course, updates before that if necessary. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click that notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions, always encouraged as well. Thank you so much for watching. It is always appreciated. You guys be safe, stay cool and hydrated out there. Watch your kids around the swimming pool. Have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.